Hello, Greg. Could I practice my English conversation with you?
Of course. What would you like to talk about? I'm here to help.
Wait, what? What you have just seen is the future of language learning. And I'm going to show you in this video how you can use this brand new technology to get the conversation practice that, until now, has been so difficult for you to find. Okay, let me explain. A few months ago, I was lucky enough to spend a week in Tenerife, with a group of really amazing language teachers. And this was organized by two absolute experts in the online education space, and they have recently been involved in creating this new platform that allows you to have unlimited conversation practice with a clone version of your favorite YouTube English teachers. In fact, it's not just English. You can practice over 25 different languages on the platform, and they're constantly adding to that number too. I personally use it to practice my French, and I can't wait to show you how this works. So the platform is called TeacherAI, and I'm so excited to be one of the first teachers that they have cloned and put on this amazing platform. It's really great. I get so many students like you who write to me and want to practice their English conversation with me, but I can't do that. But now I can finally offer you the experience of conversation classes with me. And although it's not actually with me, it can actually feel like it's with me when you're having conversations on this platform. And of course, you don't have to practice with me. There are loads of other teachers on the platform too. There's Vanessa from Speak English with Vanessa, Anna from English Like a Native, plenty of others, and they're going to add more teachers too. And you can do all this for much, much cheaper than actual conversation classes with real teachers. Now, let me just say that this obviously isn't a replacement for real teachers. But the thing is here, you can have 5 minutes conversation here and there while you're waiting for the kids, while you're on a coffee break at work. TeacherAI enables you to do that. So it's just extra practice, and it's so important to practice frequently, even if it's 5 minutes a day. It's so much more effective than not speaking at all, or even just speaking 1 hour per week. Keep it regular and keep it fresh in your mind. And this is why I love the possibilities that TeacherAI offers you. You don't need to worry about finding the perfect teacher, or finding a teacher who speaks your language, or finding availability for your classes. If you're the type of person who gets really nervous about making mistakes, you don't need to worry about that, because really, you're speaking to a robot. Okay, so let's have a look inside the platform. And just remember, this isn't my business. I'm just a teacher on the platform. So let's have an honest demo of what TeacherAI is like. Okay, so let's have a look at how we can use this to help you with your English conversation. Can we practice the type of English I need for work?
Sure. What kind of work do you do? Let's start with some phrases you might use every day.
I'm an English teacher. I have a YouTube channel and I have courses to help students reach an advanced level of English.
That's fantastic. What topics do your courses cover?
Okay, so do you see? You have to lead the conversation. You start with the topic that you want to talk about, and then the teacher will continue that conversation with you. Now, this is obviously amazing to help you with your conversation, but you can also practice your written English with this if you want. So let's just write an answer here. I help students reach an advanced level of English. I'm going to make a mistake here and put I help to students. And let's just see if the teacher corrects me.
I help students reach an advanced level of English. Could you please repeat that without to after help? What's the biggest challenge for students trying to reach an advanced level?
So there you go. It corrects your mistake and asks you to repeat it with the correct version so that you actually learn from your mistakes and keep improving. Okay, I'm gonna make another mistake here, but speaking, because, well, let's face it, it's more fun to use this for speaking. So, Greg, if I would have more free time, I would make more videos on YouTube. What mistake did I make there?
If I had more free time, I would make more videos on YouTube. Could you please repeat that with the correction? What kind of videos would you make if you had more time?
Okay, obviously we don't need the word would in the first part of that conditional. If I had more free time. Okay, now let's see if it works with pronunciation problems. I'm going to make some very typical Spanish mistakes here that Spanish students often make. Videos to help people speak better English. Okay. Sorry, that was a bit exaggerated, but...
That's great. Helping people improve their speaking is very rewarding. What aspect of speaking do you think is most important to focus on?
Okay, so good and bad news. Good, if you make lots of pronunciation mistakes, it will still probably understand you, so that's good. The bad news is that it doesn't correct your pronunciation, and this does not help you with your pronunciation. Yet. Who knows in the future, but right now it's great for fluency, conversation practice, improving your grammar and vocabulary, but not pronunciation. Okay, let's see how we can use this to help expand your vocabulary and answer questions that you have based on vocabulary. Hey, Greg, what's the meaning of a 9-to-5 job?
A 9-to-5 job is a standard full-time job where you work from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, usually with a lunch break. It's typically Monday to Friday. What kind of job do you have?
Okay, so it will answer the question and then always ask you a question to keep the conversation moving, always so you have so much practice speaking English, which is fantastic. Now, let's imagine I don't understand a particular expression here, like lunch break. Okay, well, if it's one word, you can just click it and it will translate it into your language. My language here, I've put as Spanish, just to do the demonstration. So it translates it to trabajo. If it's an expression like lunch break, you can just select it and it will translate it very well. Un descanso para almorzar. And if you want the whole thing to be translated, click this button here and it will translate the whole thing with a really good translation into your language. And your language can be one of 25 languages that they currently have on the platform. And the coolest thing is, the teacher knows your language too. So you can ask questions that are bilingual and the teacher will understand you perfectly. How do you say jornada laboral in English?
Jornada laboral in English is workday or working hours, so it should be, how do you say jornada laboral in English? Could you please repeat what are your usual working hours?
Okay, it went a bit funny towards the end there, but it will translate the word for you. The problem is that it will, when it's using your language, it will use it in a very English accent. So my lovely jornada laboral becomes jornada laboral. Okay, here's another thing you can do to help you with your vocabulary. What's the difference between work and job?
Job is the position you have, like being a teacher or a doctor. Work can refer to the place where you go to do your job, the actual tasks you do, or the concept of labor in general. Do you have a job right now?
Okay, And also grammar concepts, like when do we use the past continuous tense and when do we use the past simple tense?
Use past continuous to talk about something happening at a specific time in the past or two things happening at the same time. Use past simple for completed actions in the past at a specific time. Do you have an example you want to try using these tenses?
Okay, and if you want more examples, just ask for them. Can you give me 2 example sentences with each tense?
Sure. For past continuous, I was watching TV when you called. For past simple, I watched a movie last night. Want to give it a try with your own sentences?
Okay, so it's really good for expanding your vocabulary, for speaking, having conversation practice, for clearing up grammar doubts or grammar problems that you have too. What it is not, I have to say, is a structured course. So if your goal is to take your English level from a B1 level to a B2 level and have structure and learn everything you need to know to reach that level, this will not do that for you. Okay, you have to guide the lesson, but it's still really cool. And also not designed for beginners, but that's okay. If you're watching this video and you understand what I'm saying, you have a good enough level to use this. Okay, here's another cool thing you can do. Can you tell me 5 things to say when someone says, have a good weekend?
Sure, when someone says, have a good weekend, you can reply with 1, thanks, you too. 2, have a great one as well. 3, enjoy your weekend. 4, thank you, I will. 5, thanks, have a good one yourself. Got any fun plans for the weekend?
Okay, so they're just more fun ways to build your vocabulary, and all those are completely great answers, completely natural, common expressions that we use all the time, every day. Well, not every day, probably only on Fridays, but yeah, every day in English. Now, I was speaking to one of my students who has already tried this with me, and she said, Greg, it's amazing because it's like a mixture of you and Google. And here's what she means. Okay, random question time. Greg, what's the average lifespan of a crocodile? I don't know.
Crocodiles can live for a really long time. On average, they might live between 70 to 100 years. It's quite fascinating, isn't it? Do you like learning about animals?
Okay, she kind of knows everything. Imagine you're going to England next week. Greg, what's the quickest way from Heathrow Airport to Big Ben?
The quickest way is usually to take the Heathrow Express train to Paddington Station and then the Underground. You can take the Bakerloo line to Charing Cross, and from there, Big Ben is a short walk. Do you plan to visit London soon?
Okay, I mean, it knows everything about everything. Like, how many eggs do you need to make pancakes for 5 people?
For 5 people, you typically need about 2 to 3 eggs to make a good batch of pancakes, depending on how many pancakes you're planning to make per person. Are you making pancakes for a group soon?
I mean, wow. It's cracking. It's amazing. And if you want an extra bit of fun, just ask to play a game. Hello, Greg. Could we play a language game, please? You don't have to start with hello, Greg, every time, by the way.
Sure, let's play a game. How about I say a word and you tell me the first word that comes to your mind? Let's start with beach. What do you think of?
Okay, so just a word association game. I played one the other day where I asked the teacher to tell me 10 sentences where 8 were correct and 2 had a grammatical mistake. And I had to find the grammar mistake in those sentences. So it's just a really, really fun way to get really effective conversation practice to help you speak more fluently and increase your knowledge of English. Now, I personally use this for French and Italian for exactly the same reason. And I've been using it for a couple of months and I love it. I love it. And in fact, I've been using this with two teachers who I know personally because they were also in Tenerife when I went there a few months ago. Let's have a look at this in action. These are all the languages you can do, by the way. There are loads of them. Let's practice with French. And here is Elisa. Bonjour Elisa, comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci. Et toi, comment tu vas aujourd'hui?
Je suis en train de faire une vidéo pour YouTube. Une question, c'est un vidéo ou une vidéo? I hate the genders in French.
Un vidéo, c'est une vidéo.
Une vidéo.
Je suis en train de faire une vidéo pour YouTube. Tu travailles sur quelle partie de ta vidéo là?
All right, and let's choose Davide. Ciao Davide, voglio andare in Italia quest'estate. I told him that I want to go to Italy this summer. Let's see what he says.
Che bello, Greg. Dove esattamente in Italia pensi di andare?
Penso andare in Toscana, una regione bellissimo. So this is so great. I've been speaking more French and more Italian than I've spoken for about 15 years with this thing, and it's just helping me remember everything, start to speak a bit more quickly again, and it's a lot of fun. Now, here's another feature that really helps me when I'm improving my Italian, and it's these buttons up here. Maybe you've seen the numbers going up, but if we click these, then you can see a little review section. So you can have a look at all the words that you've used in English. We have the passive vocabulary section here and the active vocabulary section here. So basically the passive vocabulary is words that you have heard your teacher using. The active vocabulary, if we click this, these are words that you have actively used in conversation with the teacher. And in each case, you can hear the pronunciation of the word and see the translation in your language. And then if we go up here, we have new words. These are words that maybe you've clicked on or you've asked for a definition. And you also see the context that you've seen it in. And that's really, really useful. Okay. New phrases is similar, but instead of individual words, it's phrases like lunch break, get on your nerves, full-time job. So this is a really important and useful feature of TeacherAI. Now, I will say that there are bugs, there are problems. This is quite new technology, very new technology, but they have acted very, very quickly to make this constantly improving and constantly working to make this better and better and better. One feature that was requested in a group that I'm in where we give feedback was this, teacher preferences. Now this is great because it really enables you to customize your teacher. Imagine you can build your own teacher. How cool is this? So you can select your language, and that's the language that your teacher will use from time to time to explain things. You can also select how much of your language you want the teacher to use in class. None, some, or a lot. Also, you can decide how often you want your teacher to make corrections. All the time, for every mistake, just sometimes, or never. You can also decide which formality. Do you want your teacher to speak informal English, or do you want to work more on your formal English skills? You can choose how you want your teacher to make the mistakes, asking you to repeat them, or just mentioning the mistake and then continuing with the conversation. And finally, how fast you want your teacher to speak. So you have three options: normal, slow, and very slow. So these are all great ways to customize your experience with TeacherAI. Quite a few of the students inside my Daily Quick Fix membership have already signed up to this, and I've had really positive feedback and positive comments about how much they love the platform. And it is a really good addition to any English course. It's always a good idea to get more speaking practice. So if you want to get unlimited speaking practice with my clone and get more fluent and more confident speaking English, then try it out. The link is in the description. Let me know in the comments what you think of the future of language learning, and bye for now.